me check. Yep. Okay, just don't touch it no more. Don't do nothing. Just sit there.
That's what's crazy. I didn't.
Dude, I know. I don't know. That's weird.
It's a rental.
It's a rental. Test 1 2 1 2 test.
We're making it all for me. Oh, it's crispy.
What's up, everyone? We're at the Black Power Brunch, hosted by Revolution Cafe. It's after 2 a.m.
You heard?
And we have a beautiful violinist up
Yeah.
right now.
When have you ever heard a violinist do her thing to the styling sounds of Blackstreet?
No,
I need to get up there and play.
you need to get with her. What?
No, I need to get up there and play.
Play what?
The violin. What you mean?
Oh,
What you talking about?
You got some hidden talents?
yeah.
Y'all being disgusting.
Yes, you're at the Black Power Brunch,
You're-
February 3rd, 2019. It is 2019, January.
Yeah.
Tough year. It was a hard year, but we made it. We are here today.
Amen.
Hey, y'all feeling
Yes.
this morning? Y'all woke up nice and bright and early. So you've been to Clear as Fuck before. Say, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I felt it. This is nice. That's cool. So y'all know we start out with affirmations. I mean, we sounded like a cult at first, right? But we're not a cult. We just put in a positive energy in the air. I say. Okay, so I'm gonna start out. Basically, what you do is you just say, you don't have to say today I affirm or whatever. You can just say I am light or I am beautiful or I will be the best that I can be in 2019 or I'm gonna drop that dude because he sucks and I'm gonna be happy. Whatever it is that you feel like you need to say and the energy that you want to put in the room, I want you to speak that. We'll just go and you'll just repeat after what the person said. So I'm gonna say I create environments where nothing but light bringers are welcome. Yeah. Light bringers, people with light. So you just repeat it. I create environments where nothing but light bringers are welcome.
I agree.
Wait, I missed that.
Pay attention.
I am full of peace.
I am full of peace.
I am strong.
I am strong.
Yes. I am going to
Take care of
Me
me.
this year.
Hey,
hold on.
amen.
Okay.
Yes.
Ooh.
I am the soul.
Ooh. Someone taking notes?
I
Hold
don't
on.
need to.
We didn't go to church, but we went to church.
This is my new year.
Facts.
Peace,
Love,
love,
Love
and
and
faith.
faith.
That was like the soul train in me. Soul.
I exude love.
Sweet love.
I am the I am. Y'all gotta say it together.
How about this? How about this, Lisa? Can they say it and then you say it, you repeat it, and then we'll repeat after you because you got to like.
3 times like the Holy Trinity.
I, she said,
Okay, there might be some special magic or something because the incense burning. There might be the tree. Okay, all right. All right. Tell me what she said one more time. I am the I am. I am that I am.
I am that I am.
I am love.
I am love.
I am free.
I am free.
I am finding my purpose.
I'm
Ooh.
finding my purpose.
Yeah.
I like that one.
I'm a beacon of light for myself and those around me.
I am a beacon of light for myself and those around me. I am grateful. Gratitude is a major thing. Like, it takes people a minute to capture that one. So that's beautiful. I am divine.
I am divine.
This is like a third class. Like, you're really all working on it. It's all right. The energy is there. I like that shirt. That's nice. Where you get that from? No, you're just one of the- I embrace the goodness of others.
I embrace the goodness
Of
of
others.
I am becoming.
I am becoming.
I'm making space.
I am making space.
I am making
I am making space.
I recognize the God within me.
recognize,
Recognize
the God within
within
me.
me.
Goodness, preaching.
I am abundant and fulfilled. Baby. Abundant and fulfilled. I am beautiful and powerful. What you got, girl?
I'm exemplary evolution.
I am exemplary evolution.
Yes, you. Yes.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel it. Love and I exude love.
I am filled with love
And I exude love.
Oh. I am determined.
I am determined.
That's freestyle real quick.
I deserve to be happy. No, that's a whole word. How
Yeah.
many of us last year didn't feel like we deserved to be happy? We was with somebody, they was busted up, they was doing a fool, and we was just like, well, I guess I'm their God. That's what I'm here for. No, that's not what you're here for. What you got?
I will make it because it's my mission to.
I will
Make it because it's my mission to.
Yes. In the hallway back there. Yes, you. This beautiful, beautiful being back there. What you got? I am going
To make it.
We don't say it like we believe it, because she ain't said it like she believe it. I am going to
make
make it, bitch.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
He said,
Oh, how did I miss that melody? I'm sorry. Okay. Give me yours. I am honesty and trust. Yes.
I can cook.
Yeah.
That's a ooh,
That's a whole segment.
that's a whole blessing. to
I
have.
manifest
That's a whole
abundance.
podcast. True.
All right, I hope I got everybody in here. I know Rick is back there. I know they're doing a car reading up there. Everybody who wanted to affirm something, got to affirm something. Give yourselves a round of applause. Y'all are beautiful and black and brilliant in here. I just want to say thank y'all for coming out for sure to the Black Power Brunch by Clear as Fuck, also known as Revolution Cafe and Bookstore. I just want to take a minute to tell y'all a little bit about this vision that by being here, you decided to become a part of. I'm a Dallas native. I'm from Oak Cliff. Anybody from Oak Cliff? I'm from Kingston, Bentley, you know. People don't believe me, but it's true. And what I noticed growing up as a queer black person here, like through organizing and all of the above, that there weren't many spaces that were specifically for us, by us, where we could just be comfortable and create. And I know that through community organizing, that one of the major things that we're missing was the ability to community build. People got hella skills, hella talents, but we don't know it because we're not in enough spaces where we're communing with each other. We don't know each other on a first name basis, you know? And so there was a vision to create something where we can do that and have it as ours. With affordable vegan food, because ain't nobody got time to be spending $1.50 on an avocado.
Amen.
And, you know,
Expensive eating right there.
Vegan food is expensive. Everything that came here today, I made. And it's really my goal and mission to be able to create delicious food with seasonings.
Yes.
And healthy plant-based options that you don't feel like, oh my God, I'm gonna have to go eat like some rabbit food in order to become a vegan. No, you can be a vegan and eat food that's just as good as or better than the meat that you had in the first place. And then the second part of it is the ability to give back. So if somebody, say for instance, you got people in your neighborhood, maybe there's elderly people, they needed a ride to the grocery store. You're not a nonprofit. Maybe you never ever wanted to be, but if you had the opportunity to get that assistance, Revolution Cafe would be able to write that check for some gas for a couple of weeks, be able to help you in the little ways that you want to help out. And that's how I think that we start to build that energy within ourselves. Because we look around, we see the world is crazy, stuff is going on everywhere. You know, a moment of silence for Jussie Smollett. It's crazy what's going on right now. And when you feel powerless, that's when the enemy is really able to do whatever he wants. And so I want to create an opportunity for us to really embrace our power, to cultivate it, to grow it, to be, you know, like in community with one another. And so that's what the vision of Revolution Cafe and Bookstore is. It is not a location yet. If you go to revolutioncafeandbookstore.com, you can scroll, you can read more about it, look at some of the images from previous events, as well as donate. If you know somebody who's on like a board of directors of like a nonprofit or grants, or they just rich, send them my way, you know, because money, it costs money to do everything, but yeah, that's the vision. We're hoping to have that open sometime this year in Oak Cliff, affordable vegan food, community, all of the above. So check it out, tell a friend about it. It's Revolution Cafe and Bookstore. But I'm gonna go ahead and start y'all off with a little bit of poetry. This is something that I wrote a couple of weeks ago, or so, last time I wrote it. I decided I wanted to read it. Maybe I was his longtime lover and was threatened to be outed by another one of our own brothers. Maybe Martin feared it would blow his cover, so that's why they left me around the corner and up the street from Freedom Road. We shared quarters too close to be questioned by gossiping church folks who were sure my fate was in hell. Funny how they gathered through my handiwork to show and tell about policeman beatings in county jails, about discrimination and just wanting to live life, about arguing how peaceful protests might not change the whites about lie, bear rage, shun, to be who they were born to be, about freedom for all till it came down to me. I must have drowned in a pool of their irony, must have made myself small to forward the cause. Maybe they picked me back up after the main stuff was said and done. get my liberation. Till then, lay down low preferably. A jury of my peers, though none of them were queer, feared I was a threat to their success, even though I've been responsible for it thus far. I studied peaceful protest and nonviolence both abroad and right here, had organized beyond my personal sphere, but 50 years later, you may never know that I was here. My being openly gay supposedly would get in the way of our liberation. I knew that my safety was in question, segregation or not. I knew no particular color of hate, knew I wouldn't win against either if I physically fought. Knew my existence was far out of both yours and their thoughts. Knew somehow I didn't stand a chance. Knew I'd rather have saved those 3 black girls in that church basement than save my romance. Turns out them and I were bound together inseparably. Turns out there was no freeing you without freeing me. Turns out freedom doesn't come in bits and pieces, but only in totality. Because without intentional decolonization, the captive takes on their captive mentality. None of us were alive to see how slavery had remained in even higher numbers than before, in concentration camps called private prisons behind closed doors, that in a system built to fail us, there may be no viable reform, that the demands were too narrow for the claim. How my intersections of oppression were up for your objection, but y'all expected white supremacists to change. How we both silenced black women. Yet wonder why the ending and the beginning both look the same. There will always be a new nigger, so long as the current ones only strive to figure out how to get a seat at the oppressor's table. Long as civil rights movements are edited down past fairy tale into fable, liberation is fathered by illusion and respectability politics, and liberation has always known we must dismantle all of it.
Goodness gracious. I'm about to cry.
I'm about to cry.
No, she really about to cry.
Where the tissues?
This open mic started. If you signed up for the open mic, put a TV in the air. You signed up. Okay, all right. I know I got some people who signed up online and whatnot. Ooh, look at y'all. Okay, they're my friends. They came all a long way to come and see us. I'm excited about it. We're going to have a couple of more people up here on the stage. If you don't have something in your cup, make sure you get something in your cup. It'll be just a couple of seconds. All right, y'all?
Wow.
It's lit.
Was that a word or was that a word?
It was. What a beautiful way to start Black History Month off.
I got to get back on my poetry writing.
Oh, you a poet too?
Huh?
You a poet too?
That's what songs are. Songs are
Poetry.
poetry. Lyrics are poetry. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is.
That's facts.
So, yeah, for sure. I'm a poet as well. That's where I started writing. You know what I'm saying? Like, for sure.
It's like, no big deal.
No big deal at all, you know?
All right, we're going to give her a minute. We're going to give her a second. You good? All right. Give a big round of applause, y'all. A round of applause. A round of applause for Butterfly Sean. What's happening, y'all? I'm really nervous. I'm Butterfly Sean. I'm a poet. I'm a professional writer. I don't necessarily perform all that much. If y'all could turn the air down right there, the old people sitting in that area.
First and foremost, let's turn that fan down.
It is.
Y'all, to a lot of y'all were old. I was here the last hour, and this young man kept saying, ma'am, ma'am. I was like, I'm not your ma'am, baby. And he was like, how old are you? And I was like, 41. And he was like, you and my mom are the same age. And I was like, God.
You didn't know better.
He didn't know no better. But I'm glad to be here. This is what you guys are creating. I don't know if anybody remembers Sankofa or Reciprocity that used to be in Oak Cliff, but that was birthed, this kind of stuff was birthed out of that. And that was a safety place for us back in the day. And so this is wonderful. And so, sister, what you're doing is awesome. I'm a grant writer, so if you need help,
Blessings.
victims of the streets, killed in our neighborhoods, they go to school in uniformed gangs, lynch mobs, armed with religion, government-funded, faded pictures of obituaries, hang on mirrors, faces of spray-painted t-shirts in remembrance and RIP, more like titles. CEOs and Negroes are one and the same. They won't be naming no buildings after me, celebrating mourning every morning, campaigning for hope, waiting for destruction, high on trees to forget from hanging from them. The revolution won't be televised, but online social media. Revolutionaries, we wear degrees like bleached skin, believing letters erase color, creating mental illusions of equality, playing the game in reverse racism, injustice being spit in the face of our youth, our lineage undocumented, our existence documented on reality TV. But in reality, we are nothing more than entertainment, blackface shucking and jiving, hiding within the talented 10, rooting for the 1%. I am the process of elimination, genocide of a nation. Our water ain't safe, choking on hate. We can't breathe, but Black Lives Matter, right? I guess if that helps you sleep at night. So I got one more. Can I do one more? Yeah. All right. Thank you. So this piece is called And This Is For. And this is for my girls, be they white, black, Puerto Rican, or Chinese, whether their hair is natural or in this weave. I want them to believe and know that you are beautiful, be you dark skin, light skin, medium complexion, small or wide nose, thin or thick lips, slender or rocking these big old hips. I want them to see the beauty and strength they possess inside, no matter what their shape or size. And this is for brown girls who have been told by their culture that the man is the head of the household, who have been told by parents, priests, and nuns to hold what they think and feel inside. It's behind a difficult mask they hide. I want them to know they don't need permission to speak. Dare to be strong, don't pretend to be weak. And this is for us yellow girls that society wants to label exotic. They only want to see us as servants and martial arts sidekicks. They call us everything, even oriental. All the prejudices they try to force on you can make you mental. And this is for girls with glasses, and for girls that have been called flat-chested. And this is for girls who have been called fat girls. And this is for the 219 girls still missing, and the millions before that, and before that, and before that. And this is for women who have been raped, mistreated and abused, misunderstood, disrespected, and misused. And this is for us colored girls who considered suicide when the rainbow was enough. And this is for my mother, who with cancer stood with her face toward God and her feet planted on his word. And for Mary Davis, my grandmother, who lost the battle but won the war. And this is for Michelle Obama, who stood with, not behind, who is still my president, Barack Obama. And this is for me. And this is for our mothers who cried because of the sons and daughters lost to gang violence, who wept for a war that no senator or president's son is fighting for, who weep for the children killed by police, who watch as the young ones still die in a war on these streets. And this is for our grandmothers who prayed for our offspring in the midnight hour. And this is because we need to realize that no man can be born without a female being involved. And this is because my God, she is as much Mother God as his Father God. And so shall it be, and so shall it be. Thank you.
Then just gave us a
ties, it's the essence of God. And humanly born, yes, womanly worn spirit. Fire to warm instinct. Revolutionary. Resisting the institutionaries. Peeping out the window when the boots are heavy on the ground, ready to go. If it go down, it's the missionary. Through visionaries, they lay out the preliminaries and all. They ain't your average traditionaries come through. Sojourner troops in Harriet Tubman is much like Paul Revere. I see him coming, it's the dark skin field, running off the plantation. Spirit of a warrior, ain't never don't catch me, I'm the one stealing a rifle, turning it on its own nub, pulling the trigger to escape the troubles upon us. I'm the bullet of justice that'll cut back at any figures that slip backs. Or will he lynch you off of you and I'll paint the pictures like Michael Donalds, Jordan Edwards, that hang from a tree, from a branch, the raps and noose, fire rush through those leaves, but that fire, it never dimmed. Ceasefire, it don't seize, and blankets of toxic energy flow through the streets, drugged and diseased, so we weep for the bound, for the beaten, and rape. The tears may wash away the blood, but it ain't never taking away the faith, because what you do unto others comes back around 10 times over, and that's a war. From warmonger, still lie deeply amongst us, still here, from there, lingering in the air, forgetting the past, trigger, present situation. Through the years that come in different forms, through generations, it's never unidentifiable. We find ourselves being pliable to fit into a society so unreliable to our needs. And don't give a damn if we can't breathe. So misguided about things manufactured by machines like big businesses and regimes. But see, I'm not in the rule by no queen. I'm talking about restitution, accountability, and more producing. Less confusion. We need our own evolutions because this is the revolution. Right. I'm going to do one more. We will no longer take the torment and mockery of our people. We will no longer commission that our laws be forgotten by our negligence because we the keepers. We can never get into a system built to weaken, create boundaries, open Pandora's box and expect us not to reap, but come on now. Mind you is mental, monumental that we paint the pictures and create the sequels and let no weapons drawn towards our existence bear witness. Because of our resistance, they vindictive. Because we no longer submissive to a condition that has spiraled us into a collision, turned us into a rendition of the captors by definition. We lost ways of old traditions that's dialects and code and crickets, hounded by dogs. Now shepherds pray. Yeah, we pray to the same God when we pray. This is a PSA. Thank y'all.
Where we know the DJ from?
Yeah.
Say what?
Yeah.
The DJ. Where we know him from the podcast event?
No, from Niecy's birthday.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
okay.
right.
Look, I'm just hugging people. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know.
Yeah.
You're a hugger.
I am definitely a hugger sometimes.
Y'all got some poetry? What y'all write about?
I am art.
I want you. Hey, next time we do one of these, you're gonna have to get up there.
Yeah.
That beat though. That beat going in right now.
That be going
Look, I'm over here.
hard.
Crazy. It is after 2 a.m. Live right now.
See, that's the life of electronics.
It come through sometimes.
That's
Sometimes
the
it
Michelle
don't.
URL life. Man,
Yeah.
You know what's
Michelle.
gonna happen every time that is.
Michelle is a pro.
Boss. Pure talent. I love having different art on the mic, you know what I'm saying? Representing.
Yeah.
Gabby.caprice, like the
Gabby.caprice on
You know we call
Instagram.
it a caprice.
Y'all go follow.
Show love.
C-A-P-R-E-S-E. C-A-P-R-I-S-E.
Chanel hitting his bathroom just like I
Yeah,
did.
dude, I might be next, honestly.
All right,
You
so
didn't even have nothing to drink.
I forgot I had to use the restroom until a few minutes ago. I'm like, woo.
You forgot. I had to go when I saw nobody was there. I was like, let me just
Yeah.
jet there real quick.
I collaborate with them. They're here from Austin, Texas. Made the drive just for this. I feel pretty special and whatnot. So you know that that's the third. But I want y'all to hear about something called 101 as well as the We Must Heal Ourselves Coalition. It's something that we've been working on together. And I'm going to tell you just a little bit more about it, but the tribe is alive. I just want you to meet as many people as you can while you're here. If you have on a name tag, if you don't have on a name tag, put on one. But I truly believe just in these last like 30 minutes, we have made some $25,000 connections. We got somebody who's a grant writer sitting right here. You know, so you never know who you're gonna talk to. So make sure you do that. But give a round of applause for Injera and Christina.
So I'm not going to get into that
That's 401.com, I believe.
I missed that.
I think it's 401.com. We'll plug that later. 400.
Look, we trying to cultivate the talent. We gotta
400.
cultivate it. We gotta make them good too. But yeah, 401 is super cool. I'm a organizer, I guess, initially, and by trade and belief. I founded a group called Black Women's Defense League, if you've heard of it, if you have not. But the reason for Revolution Cafe and Bookstore is actually as a sustainability effort to us being able to complete this work. Because we know, as organizers, that it does not pay very, very well. And in order for us to be able to do the much needed work within our communities as it relates to queer people of color and women and other folks who are not in positions to be able to help themselves, in order to help them to get in that position, it's got to be somebody to help their way up. And so that's just what we're about, is trying to figure out ways to help people up. I'm going to have Learners Club come up next, but let's see, what kind of little thing is it about? We got It's 2 a.m. podcast. I want them to come and talk to you a little bit about what they have going on. They're here. It sounds like the Quiet Storm voice, you know?
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
They're going to talk to you a little bit about their podcast. They're really queer Black women talking about the world and the way things are. So give them a big round of applause.
Thank you. Oh. We gotta get it.
Michelle, URL. We are After 2 a.m. We are a podcast in Dallas, Texas. We do represent, LGBTQ, just telling life stories about how it is to be a millennial. Anything y'all want to add? I mean, I'm the funny one because you can't tell. Like I said.
I'm the simple one.
Yeah. But yeah, we talk about a lot of different things. We talk about love, relationships. We just had a very interesting conversation on the N-word, and I'm gonna say it like that in respect to everyone in the room. But please tune in to iTunes, Spotify, everywhere except SoundCloud. We're on Instagram as well. At it's okay. I got okay. You already know that. Appreciate that. It's after 2 a.m. So hit us up. We love to talk to y'all. DM us. Yeah, I think that's about it. And after the open mic, we have another mic. We would love to get some conversation started with y'all. So feel free to come up. Anything else?
Thank you.
We appreciate it, Lisa. Thank you.
Thank you.
Put it back up on the tower. Ready for the challenge. I need to be more sensitive. Y'all want to hear some poetry?
Yeah.
All she said was poetry. I grew up doing theater, and after I stopped doing theater, I just was like, well, I wrote it, and I hope you like it. But memorizing it just has never ever been a thing. So I'm gonna have Amati Aura playing a little bit during this piece. This one is something that I wrote about a year or so ago. And it's just about blackness. It's my favorite topic. They say a black body does not belong to itself. Belongs to bosses, coaches, belongs to welfare, belongs to white warfare and U.S. military made to murder more black. Belongs to the billboards, belongs to the brothels and bars, belongs to hot cement with blood for cool water. Belongs to bullets, belongs in abortion clinics, but disowned when alive, belongs to him. Belongs to protest to further a cause, but forfeits any concern contrived. Belongs to cars, belongs to God, belongs nowhere, but is everywhere, isn't that odd? Belongs to private prisons and organ incisions. Black bodies belong in the back of the bus, back against the wall. Black body, go back where you came from. Back and forth, they say. Black bodies should be forgotten. Unsunken black bodies smell rotten. Black boys don't cry. Black brains don't bewilder boundaries. Black girls just die. And black brains washed since birth. Blackness even betrays itself. Backing away from or toward bigotry. Born in battle. Bribed, blank beauty. Be normal, be quiet, be still, and know. Though blackness be seen as a monolith of the obscene, ostracized, operated on, oblivious to the obvious, black's bottom of the barrel. Blacks got pretend friends and unrequited love that is lost after the law is passed and the riot has receded. Black be suicidal. Black been burned so many times, skin ain't black, it's charred. Ain't it foolish the way black hope so hard, cause we got black muscle memories, faint recollections of divinity they tried but cannot take our soul from we because we fly. Despite, in spite, with or without respite, we fight in fists and failures to fall into despair. Don't care what white needs to unbreed, black skin is still right there. Don't care what white needs to unbreed, black skin is still right there. Black as devil's food cake, black male, black ball, black face, black like invention, black like besieged beauty, black as the chalkboard at the beginning of a new school year, black as Bible verses quoting Shango, Oya, Oshun, and Obatala, black like stewed veggies, drums, and natural cures, black like elders and ways of knowing that predate white concepts of modernity, black way beyond claim, and identity, black resilience, but refusing to take any more of your shit. Black as absolute audacity to live by any means necessary. Black cannot loop because we built all of it. Black not because I deny reasons to cry, but because I exist, I resist, and I taught you how to. Black because I am not the image you must apply the erasers who blackness is not blankness. Blackness is not blankness. Blackness is not blankness. Blackness been more than the other. Blackness fails to fit in because it is the mother, and she too black for alternative facts on how she came to be. She swallowed the cosmos during trips across your so-called Atlantic seas. Black because my skin still tingles when my mother surrounds me. Black as intuition, spirit, and faith. Black as night with eyes for stars. Black unapologetically, even if only phonetically, black as in been here before. Black in and out of social constructions, alive beyond theoretical reductions. These black eyes can better see. So black, in fact, you won't believe me.
Said a word, said a word. Yeah, amen. You had to go to church real quick.
Just read it and it's just like boom. You know, like it fits people who are like, damn, I didn't want to like feel like the color purple, like just right now. But it's not like to worry about, you know. Do you love being black? Yeah. Do you love being black?
Yeah. Amen. I was just thinking about that today.
You like being black?
I'm just so happy I'm black.
Look, I wouldn't choose it. I wouldn't choose any other. No, in a way to represent myself.
Everything.
Everything.
The food, the music.
I was thinking about that when I was a kid. I was like, I wonder what Christmas would be like if I wasn't black.
What I love about being black,
it's a blessing to be black. That's for
Family
sure.
reunions.
It is February.
Church.
It is February. It is Black History Month. I am happy. I am proud. You know what? Every month is Black History Month to me.
Yeah.
Not just February.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? I'm black every single day, 365 days
What
a year.
does Black History Month mean
that's
to
what
y'all?
I love. That's what I love about
I think
it.
it's
We just
kind of
feel
a reflection.
communicating in our vibrational ways.
February.
Yeah. I think it's just like a month of reflection.
All the time.
But-
And then the thing that I also love is like,
Yeah.
You got to reflect on it every day.
if you see
No, for sure. But I feel like
yeah.
this month, like as far as the world goes, I know that us as black people, we have no choice but to
Live
it's-
this every
yeah,
day.
exactly. But I'm saying like mostly Black History Month. If anything, what does it mean to you?
what was going on, fam? I don't need to know. We're not going to go and look behind the cupboard and see what that
It means being proud of who you are.
We out.
being proud of who you are unapologetically, and making this world a
So I
better
want
place
y'all to give a big
as
round
a
of
black
applause
person.
for Bonus
Yeah.
Club. Bonus Club
You know what I'm saying?
is a performer,
Oh, we back to
artist,
the
creative
performance.
here from the DFW. I've been watching them blossom and grow into like this beautiful whole experience. And she's performed for you here before, but today she's a feature, and so she's going to be giving you some special selections just for the Black Power Brunch, as well as some of her own original works. Please keep that energy high and give a big round of applause for Lona's Club.
Hey. I like how she got on the mic. Hi.
Okay, so I have a confession. Let's start with this confession. So I was supposed to sing Black Girl Soldier by Jamelia Woods, and I couldn't find the instrumental. So, and I should have told you, and I'm sorry, please don't hate me. So I said I was going to tell you 3 reasons why I like being black. Yeah? Cool? Is that okay with you? Cool. All right? First reason why I like being black is because we're beautiful. Like, let's be real here. Like, all y'all fine, so that means
Point.
check, right? 2, we're really talented. Let's just be honest here. We're just incredible.
These are all facts.
It doesn't even matter what it is. We excel higher than so much. We excel really well, and we can be really successful when we really want to be. And I feel like as black people, we're really good at that. I feel like our race, we're extra good. extra good at that. Remember that. You are extra good. Extra, too much. You are too much. Yeah? Third reason. We're very passionate. We're incredibly passionate and determined as black people. And that passion, they try to kill it. They try to kill it as much as they can. And I feel like as black people, we keep that going. Make sure that passion is always a fire. Never a piece of ice. Never a rock. Fire. Our passion is what? Fire. Is what?
Fire.
What?
Fire.
All right, just making sure now. All right, first song. This one's called Where's the Weed?
You said, where's the weed?
I know who got it though.
Where's the weed?
I know who got it.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah, like that. Ooh, yeah, like that. That's very good. All right, this next song is Hey, You Won't You. I'm gonna get y'all your feelings today, so I'm gonna just apologize now. Sorry, not sorry. This one's called You Won't Choose Me. Lonely nights in paradise, but your night I could improvise and pay the price. Not shed a tear. I could be the bitch you wanna see. I could be her too. Tell her either way they can choose, but you won't choose me. I could be the one that wants to stay.
Hey. Okay. We gotta get we gotta know who her Instagram.
It's called Mommy or Doris. I haven't named it yet, but I've been singing it. So why not? I'm singing the last song. So the song, being a queer 21-year-old black woman, is really close to me because I'm also African. So me being an artist plus queer is like kind of like a hell no. Like, bitch, what are you? You're not us. Like, it's a lot. So I wrote this song in dedication to my mom. So, yeah, feel free to listen. enjoy your day.
This is my favorite Longest Club song. We gotta play this while you walk out.
Just a couple of directives. You know what I'm about to ask you to do. You know what I'm about to ask you to do. I want you to get on Instagram and I want you to type in Loners Club 97. Loners Club 97. Don't wait till she on MTV to be like, I see her at that show. I see her, I see her, I know her. Don't be trying to play. Go ahead and follow her on Instagram. Loners Club 97. She's 21 and I already know what she wanted to do. That's like a blessing in and of itself. And to be good at it, and to be cultivating your talent at that age, I think is amazing. And then after you follow her, I want you to follow me. And that's Niecee X, Niecee X. Like compliment. I'm like his real gay daughter. His gay fashionable daughter that he never knew he had. You know what I think as a revolutionary myself, I feel like if them people didn't kill him, that there's a lot that our ancestors would know and their stances would be different, you know? So the common misconception, and I think that what we're seeing, what's happening with Jussie and everything is that the black people who talking about it are omitting that he was gay. And the gay people who talking about it, oftentimes the mainstream, not us gay folks, are saying that it was an attack on his being gay and omitting the fact that it was also an attack on his blackness. But here at the Revolution Cafe and Bookstore, we understand our intersections, you know? And I think that our intersections help us to be more knowledgeable about the world around us and what we're gonna do about that shit, you know? Because I know what it's like to be a woman and to be, you know, dismissed because of that. I know what it's like to be queer and be dismissed because of that. I know what it's like to be black and be dismissed because of those things. And they all intertwined, but because we know that, we have the power to be able to create something far greater than somebody who's unaware of either one of those pieces. Understand? So I want to bring up here to the stage my sister in the revolution. I love Injera. Ever since I met her, I was just like, I ain't know, and I was just like, damn, it's just growing on me, and she be doing stuff and whatnot. So I want to bring her to the stage, Injera. She's gonna do some poetry for y'all.
Hey y'all, so this is actually something I wrote a little bit ago. I don't really perform my poetry, I'm not there yet, but this is really special to me and it felt like the place to share it. The piece is called Radical Wounds, and just some context, it is a part of a dream that I have for my people, for the women who organize with me, for my family. I've been dreaming. In my dreams, my sisters sit in circle formation, our legs crossed after a long day of picking okra. We laugh and cry with one another. We share secrets and indulge in nostalgia. Remember when we spent our days fighting, scheming, plotting, trying to find our way here? Her long, curly mane is chopped short. Her face is rounder than it once was. Her eyes are tired, but they are happy. Her brown skin shines with sweat, proof of her labor. She labored with me long before there was okra to pick, long before there was land to call ours. She toiled beside me when we were trapped, when freedom felt necessary but unlikely and we were the only ones who believed. Before us sit the women who joined us along the way, strong, intolerant, and sarcastic, graceful, unsettled, and free, fierce, dogmatic, and confident, sensitive, volatile, and passionate, quiet, unquestioning, and loyal. They are the most beautiful women, goddesses who have dedicated their lives to gathering water the old-fashioned way, so long as it's pure, Queens who have fed our entire village with their unyielding commitment to exertion under the unforgiving sun. Warriors who have shot down the enemy with arrows, bullets, and rocks. Empresses who teach our children to define for themselves what freedom looks like. Visionaries whose art is celebrated throughout our town. There were patches of feuding, when reconciliation seemed impossible, when ideas clashed and spirits disagreed. But here we are. They are my tribe. I've been dreaming. In my dreams, a rock-solid man makes love to me at night and builds our nation during the day. We make breakfast in the morning and shoot at old Coke cans in the fields. We study the greats and write love letters. They pile up in boxes we share with our children, an example of Black love. This is only the beginning. What is a nation of which mental slaves are citizens? What is a nation of homophobia, colorism, and misogyny? We've won a battle for resources, not the war for liberation. His palms are pressed together, his long fingers point north. His brow furrows in concentrations on ideas I know well. He doesn't look at me, but ahead. Before us sit the spoils of conflict and bloodshed, food, comfort, safety, art, relief. Relief. There were lovers before him, times when I wasn't ready for or deserving of such a partnership, moments of hopeless, of loneliness. But here we are. He is my king. I've been dreaming. In my dreams, my children, Black children, dance through empty streets with light in their eyes. They possess a special kind of innocence, one that has never known the tyranny of indoctrination. They will never sit in classrooms that train them to be complicit in their own genocide, in their own misery, in their own oppression. I am not a baby who was born in Babylon. Their voices lift up in song. Their little hands interlock and they feel connected. They know they are one people, one hope. Their laughter is contagious. Before them is the future. We warrior women didn't know if we'd ever have the privilege of carrying pregnancies to term, if we'd make it through battle to delivery tables and fight through struggle to first birthdays. But here we are. They are our salvation. Woo!
I love Ethiopian food too. Get up, stand up. How y'all feeling? Y'all feeling good? Y'all feeling loose? Is it enough champagne in the juice? Cause we heard your calls. So we doing a little bit more in here this time. Last time we ran out, people was like tipping them back like we was at the bar. I was like, listen. Hold on. They was like drinking them in line, like, here's another. I was like, that's serious. Yeah. Like, it's 11 a.m. Like, how was your weekend? And why did you huh? You know, what was going on in life?
These performances are on
So,
point today.
I'm going to bring Amasi Aura back up here. Y'all want to hear one more poem? One more poem?
How are those drinks?
I think myself a feature for this show, just because I like to talk about
Still in
Black
this dry
shit.
note.
And
Yeah,
usually,
dry
I don't
February.
know if anybody else feels this way. When I'm talking about it, I can like, it's kind of like somebody who's into anime, and you talking to somebody else, and they're just like, I love Naruto. You know, and like, I don't be feeling like, it's a couple of people where I be talking to myself, and I feel like they reciprocate that energy, and then most of the time, I'm like, Thomas Sankara did X, Y, and Z in 1972, and so this is why we have to liberate the children, and they was like, liberation. Liberation, yes, we do need that also. She is God. She is God. God is a her. Can you tell by the earth? Smiling from the womb, we knew this first before misaligned misogyny gave her curse. She was God. She is God. I must have loved Black women
since I learned that I was birthed by one. The scientist to an impossible task to create what does not exist and by sheer will make it become. Maybe I am a narcissist the way I love who we are, fiercely intellectual, organically sexual, the original trademark, entirely unreplicable. The way you walk in the room and command attention. The way you transform aesthetically to fit your own intentions. Dipped in gold and bathed in wisdom. Ancestor took her time when she created Black women. So it was hard for me to come to grips with a blind world. One who sees Kardashian and doesn't scream imposter. Who blamed her ring games for her murder almost as quickly as they forgot her. And she, as quickly as I forgot her, Black women be the original OG. One day you'll stop learning to argue with people who'd have gotten shot if Harriet was here with me. And she is. She blooms in season without regard to reason. She is all things and everything. And you love her. Like mother, like auntie, like friend, like lover. You love her like breathing. A first kiss was like seeing and knowing in her arms is where you belong. Women create the universe both now and later. Blessed are those who have made love to a creator. Call me lesbian like it's a bad thing. But I know where my energy is well spent. Loving our daughters, mothers, aunties, cousins, and sisters to the full out extent. My voice is to make loud the silence. My courage is to stand strong in defiance. Winnie Mandela did it with almost no one's alliance. Now is no time for idle compliance. We are the cosmos, the seas, the moon, the sun, the fountain of youth and personified truth. We are God, both in our arrival and our survival is proof. Keep that energy going for Amati Aura.
It is Black Power Brunch. This is Ami on the mic right now.
I just thought about what Black history means to me.
What does it mean?
Educating the non-blacks. This is the only time I'm gonna do it. I don't have the time any other
Any other time I'm not doing it.
I don't have the time.
Go read a book yourself.
Yeah, but any and everybody, this is the month where I'm gonna direct you to the information you need to get. Like,
educating
if they're open to it. So, like, how do you even begin that conversation, though? Do you go and find the unwoke? Or do
you know, I think they're among us all the time.
Can see, you can see the awoke. I mean, not awoke, but the sleep.
The sleep, yes. The insomniacs.
Yeah, you know exactly who that is.
The insomniacs know what's up. Yeah, no.
That dude we talked about on last week's podcast.
Oh,
yeah, rapper.
man.
He is sleep. Okay, that is definitely someone that is black and uneducated.
Oh,
in
them
his history,
too. That
okay?
is a word. That's a word.
Man.
Just because we're the same skin tone doesn't mean that you are for the cause at all.
Yeah.
So, them too.
Yeah, and that kind of made me think of a question because, like, when we were up there, and I was talking about the previous podcast, you know, saying the N-word, and I was going to mention how who gets to say? Is it
Yeah.
just black people or is it people of color? But then I started to think, what is black? And who is black? Because I feel like there are multiple layers to it.
It's
And,
very
I mean,
much
you
so.
had some very good things that you mentioned on the last podcast about that. But, I mean, that's some of the things I want to talk to some people about.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Okay.
Yeah.
For sure.
And again, Black Power Brunch, hosted by Revolution Cafe and Nisi. They are having vegan food, homemade, prepared, vegan, delicious
Man.
food.
Performances.
Soul food at
you
that.
know,
Like, it's
art,
Poetry. Soul
poetry.
food. That's a good point.
Yeah, like you can go places and get vegan food, but there's not too many places where you can get that soul food on a Sunday. So
That's a very
it's
good
a
point. That's
it's
a
a
very
it's
good
a
point.
vibe.
For sure.
A lot of amazing talent.
Yeah.
Is this?
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
I'm about to start skating.
Oh my God, that's gonna be our new shit. Mommy's about to start skating.
You skating on me? Uh-oh.
Hey, don't look so cute.
Hey,
I listen to this song at
you
least
can't see me right now, but I'm
once a
definitely
week.
gliding across this floor right now.
She got her dreads.
I need my dreads out.
And for everyone, if you listen to episode 16, Let the White Kids Say Nigga, this is the song that they were humming.
Yeah.
This Mac Miller is the one who
That's
gets the black card.
Yeah, he's the one we elected.
Hey.
Man, you cannot be completely white and have this much soul.
I feel like I've seen a handful of white people in my life.
That
or
have
people,
that.
Or people who happen to be white. Because
Yes.
people who happen to be white tend to have soul.
Yes.
At least in my experience. So I think it's possible.
Amy
I think it's
Winehouse.
possible.
She's
Amy
another person
Winehouse,
that
yeah.
happened to be
maybe.
white.
Mac Miller.
Mac, for sure.
I was gonna throw Justin Timberlake in there.
No. He's not invited. He's not invited. He's not invited.
Why? Why
He's
not?
not invited.
Why not? You're not saying why.
Oh, we got y'all got time? The Janet Jackson thing was already out of line. But he's the type that tends to jump in black culture and jump out. You know what I'm saying?
You think so? Because his whole career has been made off of black music, black culture, yeah?
Yeah, but what does that mean? I mean, we like to make money off of the culture. Are we really down? I don't see him talking about Black Lives Matter. He's inconvenient when he's like with Pharrell during Fashion Week when he's trying to sell a product. But when it comes down to really holding it down, like you don't see him at nothing.
I mean, you barely see any of the you don't see Ariana Grande.
Okay, we're not giving her a black card.
I mean, I didn't give him a black card.
But I'm saying if
possibly.
So what is like define that then? So so you're saying Mac Miller, right? Why Amy Winehouse?
Amy Winehouse, I mean, she's always paid homage to the people that have influenced her. I mean, and I guess he has too, but at the same time, I feel like she actually, it's genuine. I don't know, it just feels different with her. With him, it feels like I work with these people because they're black, they make good music, and this is going to give me the audience.
I mean, okay, I see what you're saying.
So I actually,
all right, we're gonna have to continue this later.
Quiz giveaway, right? I'm gonna do a quiz giveaway. Now y'all remember the first poem that I did? Anybody who's in here? If you know who it was about, raise your hand. Anybody who knows who it was about, who it was written about? Yeah, the poem that I read. No. You said his first name. No, it's Mayor Rustin, but you the winner. You the winner. You good. Mayor Rustin, if you don't know who that was, he was a openly gay black man in like the 60s, around the time when Martin Luther King and everything was happening. He's actually Martin Luther King's elder, and he's the person who organized the March on Washington as well as subsequent activity. People never heard of him. And in fact, when it came out that he was gay, like into the media, Martin Luther King and all them just left him to the side and they was like, we can't take the risk, it's a risk. And so a lot of folks don't know about those pieces of history, but all Black History Month on our Instagram _revolution_cafe, we're going to be spotlighting unknown and lesser known, like Black queer folks who was doing it. Because we always been out here. They just ain't always known about us, but we always been out here, like, always. Speaking of Blackness and of melanin, we also have Zen Skin Co. over here in the corner here with different face products. There's a new product I heard that came out. It smells very woodsy and fragrant and aromatic. I really encourage you to check them out, support Black business. Let me get you your raffle and go ahead and keep some energy. Monty Aura, polishing off her, what's that thing called? The violin stick. I know that's not what it is. I know it's
Violin stick.
The bow, yes, okay. Y'all give her a big round of
What is it
applause.
called?
Good energy.
You want the microphone? Went too far. He's like, nah. He is wearing the mess out of that jacket. I told him
telling
earlier,
you.
like when you see this jacket,
I was like,
Like-
let me step out of the way.
look,
Like,
Yes.
like he
I
look
don't
like
want
this
no
greatness
smoke.
just flowing through. It's just crazy right now. I don't know the words. Pieces to the puzzle, get it on the board, make it bang and love it up. They don't even know. Don't know. Violin is like beautiful.
LMA makes amazing songs for other people.
LMA. Oh.
I heard Jack, whatever that boy's name is.
Jacquees.
The king of
Jacquees.
R&B. I heard his version, and I ain't gonna lie, it was better than ours.
I really would like to see that collab. A mesh up
Yeah,
of
they
that.
should
I
collab
think
instead of
that-
being like button
Ooh,
heads
like
over
a
it.
duet? That
Yeah,
would be kind
I
of
think that'd be
smooth.
cute. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she's bodying this. It's giving me
she's
chills.
Like just going in right
All
now.
I need is a light little saxophone in the background.
Ooh. Like. Right, that saxophone come in. There's some sexiness up on there.
Okay, so go back to Justin Timberlake.
Girl, she didn't get you.
You gotta be
I mean, we
quicker.
could at least introduce ourselves.
I know.
We
just
y'all
let her
over
sit here.
I mean, she was taking a picture.
I didn't know if we were gonna do it. We were just looking at her for a
Yeah.
second, so I was like,
So whoever just got our Instagram,
shout out
We
to you.
can
we
get
were in the
Instagram.
zone, but thank
Well,
you.
Thank you.
Well, I didn't want to take over. She is doing a solo,
Yeah, that's
the violinist, so. Okay.
How fly is that to be able to play the violin just like,
Just flawlessly, you hear me?
you know?
pretty clean.
You know how many females you would have?
Bro, I play the violin. Come back home with me, girl.
So we all gonna take a violin lesson?
Yo,
is that what that means?
Look,
just have her at the crib.
I already
and just
got
start playing
I already got
songs.
this voice.
Oh, that's right.
I already got this voice and already the panty dropper.
Okay, that's right.
Shut up, Shamel. Start a studio session up in here.
What song is this?
I've been trying to put my finger on it.
It's like at the tip of my tongue.
I don't know. I can't remember. But I would like to point out she has no sheet music
At
on
all.
this. It's all feel. True. It's all memory.
Ugh.
Incredible. Yeah.
Okay.
But I always love hearing hip hop music or R&B songs almost like reinvented into a classical or into
Oh
a
yeah,
jazz
it's
piece.
beautiful.
It just like gives you a new perspective on the song.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, that's for sure.
It gives it new life. You know,
Yeah.
it's like it.
Yeah.
It is elevating you at that time. It's
elevating my mind. Is Daniel Caesar on tour? Like, when is he going on tour? Like, has he been to Dallas? Daniel Caesar.
I feel like he has, but
Has he?
I feel like he has.
I don't know. You been to Dallas already?
Yeah, because I could have sworn I saw somebody on my Instagram story. He was at Afropunk this summer in New York.
Man.
Him and her did the best part duet. Oh,
yeah.
It was flawless.
Yeah.
That face she made, it must have been amazing.
And I didn't even see it in person. It was via Snapchat, and I was so sad.
Yeah.
Afropunk is the move.
Man, we need to get that on the schedule.
What schedule?
We need to get that on the travel schedule.
Oh, I'm going for sure.
Black Power Brunch. It's after 2 a.m. Around amazing artists right now. So much love in the building.
So much love in
You
here.
better go ahead and take that on.
I need to learn the lyrics.
Every time I look into your eyes, I see your eyes.
I think I'd want something like this at my wedding.
What'd you say?
I just had that revelation. Just like a one fucking violin in the background and like an acoustic guitar.
Ooh.
Like, I don't want, you know what I'm saying?
That's something you do for your girl. I mean, that's how you propose. You gotta have a violin in the back.
I'm just concerned about getting them hoes.
No, I said that's how you propose.
Oh, propose.
You just concerned
And
about
the
getting
other-
them
and
hoes.
the
Never mind.
But that is one thing that I really like, R&B music, like a clean acoustic guitar in the background to just like
Beautiful.
That's all I wanted for the longest was acoustic guitar.
I tried to learn it for a second. It didn't quite work out.
Yeah.
I mean, you can always pick it back up. I have one. It's just, it needs to be tuned.
Social media, switch that out real quick.
Oh, wait a minute. She was Is that one of I's brother?
So that's A-M-A-T-I-A-U-R-A. Say it one more time. Amati Aura. Amati Aura. A-M-A-T-I-A-U-R-A. Thank you, guys.
So you can find us on Revolution _Revolution
Yo, hilarity.
One has a couple of t-shirts, but this is one of the first ones. This has a quote that says, dreams and reality are opposites, action synthesizes them, and that's by Asada Shakur. Asada Shakur is one of my favorite revolutionaries. And then on the back,
All costs. Bro, we gotta get on our shirt game. We gotta step our shirt game up.
we'll have even more stuff over there. You know, I like the hip and the black. And so we'll definitely have some cool things on there. We're looking out for that. But I have a really special performance for y'all. Y'all ready to move around a little bit? Y'all wanna like get some energy flowing and whatnot? All right, so I'm gonna ask y'all to, first of all, set your eyes on these beautiful, beautiful black women. Look at this one in the doorway. Don't you wanna, look at it, just like the glowing light around her, like I'm touched by an angel. You know, but what I need for you to do is that we're gonna be doing like some interactive dance as well as some belly dancing, some really fun stuff.
Oh.
And so if y'all are like up here in the frontal area,
Move. Move it back.
I just want you to like relocate to an area a little bit further away from the frontal area, and then my conspirators in Revolution Cafe, we gotta kind of sort of move some tables and whatnot.
So we about to have some belly dancing going on after 2 a.m. fam. Live right now. I'm excited.
I know you're gonna get into it.
Yeah. You already know.
You might be showing them some moves, huh?
Look, I can join in. Shit. I'm glad our table's over here.
There's nothing that Ami cannot do. Ami is a singer.
Ami does everything.
She is a poet. She is a belly dancer. She is a professional skater.
Shut up. Ba-da-da, ba-da-da, ba-da-da. Remember, put that chair up. I love how everybody's working together.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I love the unity.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Teamwork makes the dream work. It's a beautiful thing when it actually happens.
It reminds me of being at my grandma's house on holidays. Because you can't be in grandma's house and not do something.
Grandma like
somebody's washing dishes.
Everybody gonna have to chip in.
Everybody chipping in.
You doing something.
Really, grandma gonna be sat on the couch and we gonna clean up.
That's
she
true.
make the food.
It's her house.
That's very
It's her house.
I'll cook the food. You clean up afterwards.
Yo, everybody doing something.
I'm getting to the age now where I go to family events. Now my grandmother and my aunt are more like, when you gonna start doing something in the kitchen?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey man, I don't know what to tell you.
Put the rolls in the oven.
Exactly. I'll bring the rolls.
I'll make the salad.
Those Hawaiian
I
sweet
will make
bread.
the heck out of the salad. That salad gonna be balling.
You know, everybody likes rolls.
Yeah, I'll bring the cranberry sauce.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
I'll take the cranberries out the can.
I'll bring it to you.
And that's pushing it.
Put it on the
Yeah,
plate.
exactly.
That's pushing it. That's pushing it.
Because
No.
you got to get it out in one piece.
That's true. That's true. You gotta make it.
It's important. Yeah, you got to protect the
You
cranberry.
definitely gotta do that.
Yo, man, food. I can't imagine like not being black.
I know.
It's like everything.
You know, my skin look good. Like I'll be 50 but looking 20.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We are
like-
magical creatures. Like everything, like whether it's storytelling, there's not a black person that isn't extremely animated. Like,
Yeah.
you ask him about a story, and you're gonna get the full thing. It's
The
gonna
full
be a
story,
play.
the whole movie.
Yeah, you're gonna get sound effects.
Like, bro, oh my. Like, you know, just the
So,
excitement will be
boom,
there.
this is what happened. See, old dude walk up to the other dude. He was like, "Hey, so what?" Like they changed their
What
voice.
happened? I was like, hey, Shawty, right? And so,
So we all start.
Whoa. Like, what are you talking about?
You get the whole visual. You like, damn.
You know, we're not dull people.
No,
we're
not at all.
Like, that's what
Not at all.
I feel like a lot of people are hating on us because of all the qualities that come with being black. The beauty, the
And that's why they
talent.
love us.
Yeah.
You know, of
The
course you're gonna be
fashion,
envious.
like,
Exactly.
Fashion, that is everywhere. That is in China. That is everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And y'all were talking about the few white people that actually have a little soul in them.
Yeah, the people who happen to be white.
Yeah, they happen to be white. I'm cool. I'm cool. Just give appreciation.
Yeah.
For the black culture in a sense.
Okay.
That's my thing about it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about
If
Justin
you take
Timberlake. That was my
something
point.
from it. Yeah. That's your point. Yeah. So I agree.
But
The
he
one-
is very
the one-
soulful. I ain't gonna play him because I was thinking of his songs that I love. Justin Timberlake.
You like his songs, don't you?
Yeah, rock your. What was it called?
Crimea River.
Yeah, rock your body. No, rock your body.
Oh, rock your body. Okay, we're back to the performances now. Live belly dancing about to happen.
I'm black and I'm proud.
So I have a special treat for y'all. We haven't had dance here before. You know, at Queer as Fuck, at Black Power Brunch, and all of the events that we do, we're all about breeding creativity and creating a platform for our creative spirits to function and flourish and whatnot. So I want to introduce to you a yoga practitioner. She does.
You extra flexible, huh?
I knew it was coming.
She got you. And she also does belly dancing, and so she's going to do some pieces here for y'all. Give her a big round of applause for that.
Even how black people clap. Even our clap is macho.
So primarily, these dances are done barefoot because being barefoot and dancing is what keeps us grounded to the earth. However, due to the current situation, I am definitely going to use these socks. I personally am glad that my socks match because either way, y'all would have been exposed to them. Does anybody want to learn the belly dance today? Does anybody want some moves they can take home to their lover?
You got that on me.
You got that? I'm working. I have a perfect excuse.
It's fun for the whole family.
Go on up there.
I ain't got to love it at home, but I'm going to learn. I might get one afterwards.
You know?
And if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Amen.
She hit the army.
But I want to teach you something basic. Because I teach dance hall as well. So, does anybody want to learn how to dirty one?
Dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty.
I believe in you. Somebody else gonna have to do it. Yeah. All right.
You always talk to give me the dance. You always trying to give me the dance.
You always want to dance though.
No, I do Omni dancing, goddamn. Omni dances. If you was skating over here, maybe, you know.
Four corners with your hips start to the front. So you pop the floor. It's like a pelvic thrust. So you want to focus. You want to be focused with the thrust. Yeah. To the right. Right. Back. Toot it.
Okay, toot it.
Slide it.
Yeah.
And toot it.
Toot it and boot it.
Side. Back. Side. Front.
Hey.
Back. Side. Okay. But it's the part is here.
We're gonna go back to our special people and have some new moves.
Yo, hold on. I was just thinking that.
The spiritual one doing it right now. It's like
I'll be like, go back to this part. Watch what she did.
All right. Speed it up, y'all.
hey.
Can y'all walk with it?
And walk with it.
Hey.
Hey, walk with it. Hey, yeah. And I walk with it. Hey. And I walk with it. Hey. Side, right, back, side.
Almost hit the round and round.
It's about multitasking, right? So we're going to take our hands with it. Cross, hip, cross, chest. Cross, hip, cross, chest, out of the way.
Hey.
Take it down. That's okay. So we're going to take it to the side, back,
He's out.
front. Side, back, front, side.
It's in the whole goddamn.
Right, that's part.
Kill him with the shoulders.
Alright. In a circle, here we go.
Hey. Hey.
That's extension right there. That's a circle within a circle. Take it outside.
Yeah, she killing it. This girl in the front, right here, she's killing it. She did this before.
Look at your
Nice.
Getting flued out. That's another thing I love about black people.
What?
We come up with the best phrases and terms and
This is true.
Empowerment disaster. So how you tap into your divine feminine, no matter what your sexuality is, no matter how you identify. Because the thing of it is that we all have masculine and feminine.
Didn't we say
within
that?
us all.
Mental
So
note.
knowing yourself.
Ooh.
So stress management, dance, yoga. I'm a personal trainer. All right. I also sing.
Hey.
And I play bass.
Jack of all trades.
Okay, collector. H-A-T-H-O-R. Hendrix like Jimmy with an X. I'm green with an eye patch. That's it. And this is my jam.
yes.
Thank you. Thank y'all.
Yeah, Shout out to the DJ. Oh my God. He's been on point today.
Going in.
She. You know the vibes.
I didn't get up there with my flap open, did I? I hope not. If I did, they saw a whole bunch of nothing.
Okay, sis.
Okay.
I love how black women compliment each other. Amanda Seales was talking about that on her HBO.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I've heard it's so good.
Yeah, I be knowing it's good.
I got my tickets to go to Houston.
Ooh.
But I haven't seen the show yet, but I heard so many good things about it.
The Smart, Funny, and Black, or are you going to the comedy show?
The comedy show, the I'll Be Knowing tour.
Yeah, that's going to be fire. And her merch is
You already got
lit.
the tickets?
Yeah,
Yo, because
When
that's...
is it?
the one in Houston is in March.
You going to Houston?
Yeah.
Because she's not coming to Dallas.
No, it wasn't listed. But I was like, wow.
Some people do be like holding Dallas out.
I wonder, did she... I didn't see anything about the Smart, Funny, and Black in Dallas.
I think she was here.
Yeah.
Like in like August or September.
And those tickets sold out quick.
Yeah. So I don't know. It kind of makes me wonder.
What happened?
Who you going to Houston with?
See,
Don't worry about that.
Oh, okay. We're not saying names this week. We're not saying names this week. Okay. Y'all acting brand new.
Who the heck?
Well,
Okay. I got one.
I know I need some shoes like that.
Are those Chelsea boots? Because they
I don't
definitely.
know, but it's like
Those are. I like those.
Chelsea
just
boots,
ooh,
like,
boy, them niggas in New York would have a fit with the Tim Chelsea boots. Ooh. Yeah.
She talking about some cheese.
I'm gonna get on my nerves. Ooh.
All right. Without further ado, we have another dance performance for y'all. And this one is actually going to be interactive. How many of y'all have seen African dance before?
I have.
Yeah. You
In
feel like it's got
Africa.
some motherland in you, but you don't quite know because they don't really be doing that shit no more. We're going to find out tonight. We're going to find out this afternoon, rather. It's kind of nighttime. It's still light outside. But I want y'all to participate with me. And then after that, we're going to kick off the day party. I heard that the DJ might have some items for purchase. I expect my elders might not say what the items are. But I have Kinley and Yezi. Yezi, by the way, has a open mic that's going to be happening soon around sex trafficking. So please reach out to her and to me to give you the details on that. But yeah, give them a big round of applause, y'all. They're going to give you the experience.
Yes. It cannot be performed because it's not a performing art. It is a means of communication.
Ooh.
Yes. That's what it's used
Did y'all
for.
hear that?
Like, that's what they use dance for. That's what they use music for. When you hear the drums from the other tribe, it's because they're trying to communicate to someone from far away, and they know from the sounds of those drums what's going down. You know, whether it's a funeral, a celebration, a birth, a wedding, or whatever. So today we're going to take the time to communicate with each other. All right, so a Bantaba happens in a circle. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of compress these chairs along the side, and we're going to make one big circle.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting.
I know we comfy.
I want to repeat that real quick. African dance cannot be performed.
It is a way of communication.
It is communication.
Wow.
Talk about it.
You better teach somebody.
And you know what's crazy? Black people probably don't even know that. I bet you.
I didn't.
I didn't realize.
I didn't know.
And I went to Africa myself.
Don't be scared.
So to make you guys a little more comfortable with what we're all going to share, I'm going to give you a little bit of African dance vocabulary just for you to pull from. But eventually, we're all going to be communing in a circle, take turns, come in one by one or two by two. Or if you want to grab your homegirl, your homeboy, be like, hey, let's do a little step. You know, that's what we're going to do, right? All right,
I mean, you're just missing all your opportunities to dance today.
Shoot, I was thinking about getting up in a second.
Hey. Come on, Michelle. You got it.
So these movements, it's only I'm going to do two movements from a dance called Palago. Can everybody say Palago?
Palago.
Now with my American accent, that's a little chopped and screwed, but you get the idea, yeah? So it's called Palago, and what it is, you start the dance with a run. Yeah? Pause. The next move, you're gonna run again to hit. So what that looks like is da 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 ba. Da 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 ba. Da 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 ba. Da 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 freeze. Yeah? Make sense? So then the next one is the call is da 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 boom. Hit. Yeah, you can pattern it. It's almost like you clapping, but you don't actually hit your hands together, yeah? So skip, 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 skip. Da 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 da, get low.
Get low. Get low is understood in every African language.
Yeah, makes sense?
Kind of, sort of. They're like, we gotta practice this.
We got to stretch too, huh?
Right, he
don't need to be pulling no muscles.
Yeah?
Hey. You look like you in pain. Like,
I'll make that face.
Shout out to all the females doing this in heels.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Y'all the real MVPs.
For real.
Got your trophies in the car.
Yo. This nigga, Hey.
Electric slide. Electric slide. Yeah.
Now we go at the arms. They start here,
whack if you don't know how to do at least one line dance. If you don't know how to do the cha-cha or the electric slide.
Yeah. I love you.
Come through with the Barney.
Right. This hoe ain't coming on that long. Dead.
Gone. R.I.P.
Gone. Bye-bye.
I ain't never seen that gift. That's just. Okay, let me stop. Let me stop.
Yeah, pay attention to listen.
Mind your business.
High school drill team, yep. Hey.
Have y'all ever went to a battle of the bands? Like, in a predominantly black college or high school?
Well, my dad went to Southern, so yeah, definitely been.
So lit.
Michelle dad been there too.
They like on the ground with the
Classic, they don't play no games.
Hey.
No games played.
They got it.
Hey. She like me. She hit that like, she hit the hell. Side to side, now move your body from side to side. Move your body from side to side, to side to side. boyfriend. That is my new boyfriend. He is going off right now. Get it.
When in doubt, Millie Rock.
Millie Rock. You checking in? You already do it anyway.
What's your favorite time out? Oh, everything?
You want to join?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's lit.
Got somebody.
All right.
Go ahead and mention your name, sweetheart. You can plug your Instagram, of course.
Yeah, let's do the introductions.
Hey, yo, you. What's up?
Your name and your social
Move
media.
over to that corner so we can get you on the camera.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just kind
This is the other black national anthem.
Right. Look,
It's not a function.
Look at everybody getting involved.
Everybody live right now.
Yes. This is a live shot. So, Am I good? One more? Oh, okay. Move over here.
Yep.
Can you see me now?
Can you hear us on the mic?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Great. Okay. So what's your name, sweetheart?
My name is Jeremy Turner, spelled with a J-A-R-E-M-Y, because I'm different. My Instagram name. My Instagram name, I think it's Too Silly for You. It could be. I changed it another week. I gotta verify this information, so y'all will have to bear with me. But actually, let me check my phone.
Yeah, go ahead and check your phone.
Bear with me, because I just changed.
That's what's up.
Yes.
You know, we want to get that right.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we get it right.
Yeah. Oh, you cannot not play this song at a function.
Right.
It's not a function unless you.
Exactly.
Bring
Not a black function. It's not a black function.
Them eyes scare me. Did you find out your
I
name?
did. It's Too Silly for You. It's spelled with the number 2, S-I-L-E-E, the number 4, U.
Okay, you got that. The mic does. The mic got it.
Yeah, we can go back and refer to it. Okay, so what brought you here?
Well, I'm a more recent fan of Niecy's. So I just met her like several months ago. So like every function she's had, pretty much I've been here.
Yeah.
So, and I've already followed you guys on Instagram. I see y'all be doing it like literally 2 a.m. I'm like, what y'all doing? Let me refresh. Let's see what they talking about tonight.
That's love. That's love.
No problem. Yeah, no, I'll be up. But no, I follow Niecy, and I was actually in the last function when they were talking about coming out to your family and living with a straight mother or a straight parents living with queer children. So I was on the panel for that last time. So yeah, that was actually really inspirational. A lot of people still come up to me and ask me about the whole so what is it like? Well, I have a situation, so how would you deal with this? And so I try to be inspiration to the children when I can. So.
Okay. So in general, what is your profession as of right now? Because you're mentioning you like to like educate and things like that. So
or even better than that, what's your passion?
Okay, yes, right.
Yeah.
Let's go that right. Let's go that route.
Okay, so should I answer both parts, or should I just start? So I want to kind of go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
Okay, I'm gonna take whatever Toucan Sam takes me. I love technology. I am a big advocate of technology. When I came out the womb, I had a Game Boy in my hand. Because I just knew that technology was my thing.
Okay.
But also, like, one of my core principles is I love paying it forward. Like, no matter, like, I feel like knowledge should be free. I feel like if you learn something, why not just reciprocate that, pay it forward?
Right.
It doesn't even matter if you're going to get paid to pay for the knowledge or God's going to bless you. Like, just do it. It's inert. It should just be part of you. Just pay it forward. So technology and paying it forward has always been my thing.
I love that. I love technology too, brother. So I'm on the same wavelength.
Right.
Do you code or?
No, but I have my own company. Called
you have your own company?
Yeah, called Teach Me Technology. So
Really? So is that a consultancy firm or?
Well, see, it's a lot of things. It's not your very traditional company because it includes consulting, includes entertainment, bridging the gap between consumers and their technology. That's essentially what we do.
Right.
Because a lot of people, like, we're more modern, we're more mainstream, but when we hear about technology, it's like, ooh, like, I don't know how to work I just know how to make a phone call or send a text message. It's beyond that. It's more so like, what are you willing to do? You invest time in people. You invest time in things. You want to learn things, so why not learn technology? Because it's around us. So I want to help make it easier, more mainstream for people. So bringing, having events, throwing events to where people can come and say, oh, okay, well, I never thought about that, or I never heard of it. Like, I want to be able to educate, but also entertain at the same time. So the core premise of Teach Me Technology is knowledge, and then bridging the gap between consumers and their actual products they invest in.
Right. I love that.
Thank you.
Look, she went to Bob. Look at it.
That's beautiful though, because there's not a lot of us in that field.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
it's a lot of money too. It's like domino though. Like you don't see a lot of people of color in the computer science, but we're moving towards that. So it's really cool to hear you say that. You know, you're doing your own thing.
I'm trying to make it out here.
You know, I think we all trying to fulfill our passion while we're here on Earth, right?
And we should.
Yeah.
Not just should. We should. We just try.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people that have a lot of ideas that like everybody be sleep on, but they don't apply themselves so we can see them.
Right.
You know?
Right.
So,
That's true.
and I always advocate people all the time. I'm like, I shouldn't be the only one out here trying to pursue my dream. You should be doing the same thing.
Exactly.
How can I help you get to where you need to be?
Right.
You know? So that's what I believe in. Paying it forward. Oh, my bad. My head is moving all over the place.
He got passionate. Hey, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
hey.
Yeah. So, Shamel had a very good question for us earlier, and that was, what does Black History Month mean to you? Like, what does it mean for you?
Honestly, it doesn't mean as much as it should because, well, let me rephrase. Black should be 365. It shouldn't be limited to 28 days, 29 days on leap year. It should be limited. It should be 365, 366 on leap years.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel. And I feel like we should always be learning about Black history or Black excellence, Black power. Right. And then so when I hear about Black history, I'm like, okay, so for about 28 days, people are going to care. And then when it gets to March, we're going to be moving it on. No, it should be always, what can I do to better educate myself, be more in tune, more inclined as an African American individual, and even more, going even further, as a gay Black male, what can I do to still be in the same lane where people can see me from the African American community and see me from the queer community and across the board? Like, what can I do to make sure that they know that I am Black and I am proud for what I'm doing right here? Gay, Black, proud, whatever your other shade is, to being Black, be proud of it, own it.
Yes.
That's all I feel. That's how I feel.
No, for sure.
And I mean, now more than ever, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to keep the energy going because it's still crazy out here for a lot of us. So.
And we got resources now.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like past tense, they had very limited resources and made shit happen. Now we got all the resources. We control our own media.
Yes.
Black Twitter is the new CNN.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying? If you need some shit to get out there, you have.
You too Black. You know what I'm saying?
You can be your own reporter.
Exactly. So we no longer have excuses.
Look, you know what?
I'll say that one more time.
I'm putting you in my pocket.
I'll say that one more time for the people that actually scroll too fast.
One more time.
We no longer have excuses.
Excuses no more, okay?
For the people in the back. That was for y'all. No, for sure. Like, just what you said about Black history. I mean, I kind of felt that way about Christmas this year because, like, my friend, he's Muslim, and he was saying, like, you should do that every year. Like, it's not an isolated day that you go and hang out with your family or buy them something because you feel like you just want to give. It's like tithing and offering, you know? It's like communion at church, you know? You should always be educating or whatever you do on during Black History Month. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
If you listen to Lift Every Voice and Sing, you know what I'm saying? Do it more often, you know? Like, for sure. I mean, I don't know what we could do specifically during Black History to make it more of a, like, I don't know. People get excited about Christmas.
Yeah.
What can we do to make Black history more, like, interactive for other people?
Yeah, and I think part of it is stuff like this.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
You know? Because I'm hyped.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm like,
I want to go home and read a Malcolm X book. Yeah. You know? That's definitely what it is.
But it also comes down to people investing in times they want to make time for things. They have to invest in things.
Shout out to Nisi and Revolution Cafe because this was a beautiful way to start Black History Month, kick it off. Look at all these people. Look how excited everyone is to be in the same space.
You know, Black people love to dance, right?
Yes.
So we educate them and then we get to dancing.
Yeah. we gotta have both. We gonna make it fun.
That's right. We was taught how to belly roll today.
Right? We had church.
Yes.
We did have church. So something I want to ask you about. We had our last podcast about this. So the name of our last podcast was, and I can't really say it because I don't use profanity or anything, but
this is the N-word.
Let the white kids say
nigga.
Okay,
How do you feel about that?
I'm kind of wishy-washy about it.
Okay. Really? Okay.
Yes, I'm kind of torn because for one, let me just say this. I kind of cringe, always cringe when I see someone of other color than myself use it. However, if we look at the very stereotypical definition of being a hypocrite, if we sit up there and make cringe about them using our word, nigga, and then turn around and we call people a cunt or whatever the case is, any of the other words that were used to color someone else, like how can we sit up here and say that? How can we get mad at someone and then turn around and say something racist or stereotypical about someone else? You know?
Go ahead, Shamil.
Yeah, I think that if you are a Caucasian, you should just, that's off limits, period.
You right.
I mean, because of the history. You know what I'm saying? Like the other people in this world, the other ethnicities, they don't have the same, like our ties to that word, the Caucasians and the blacks, is just too sensitive for you to even be trying to walk that line.
That's
like
fair.
For me, if you're white, it just shouldn't even be a question. Whether you are soulful, whether you're like, you got all black friends, you're married to a black, it's just not on the table. But people that are, because we have a lot of brown, whether you're Asian, whether you're from the Middle East, you know, there's a lot of us in other places. So I feel like anybody who does not fit that box of being white or rides that wave of white privilege can say it. If you do, if you can ever cash in on the white privilege, it's not for you. It's not for you. Anybody outside of that, or anybody that doesn't like even black people. You know what I'm saying? Don Lemon 10 years ago definitely couldn't say the word. Like if Don Lemon said that 10 years ago, we might have to fight. But everybody else, you know, it's cool.
That's fair.
I mean, I do think there's some black people that have got that revoked. Like, okay, you can't, because you're asleep now. You know, like maybe you were awakened like years ago, or maybe you're even asleep now. But it's like, dude, then you're not really black. You know,
Right,
That's
exactly.
even though you have the skin, it doesn't make you black. You can be black in spirit, not just physically.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
So there's like a criteria. That
Oh,
you have
for
to
sure.
show.
We got to develop a list.
Yes.
You got to know how to do the electric slide. You got to know all the words too before I let you go. You got to. Oh, it's lit. Yeah. What would be a requirement to prove yourself to keep your black card?
Did you already say the national anthem, our black anthem?
No, I did not say that.
Okay, well, I think you need to know that.
You definitely got to know that.
You have to know that.
That is a very good one. If you don't know a good percentage of black history, I'm just saying, like, if you don't know that, I'm like done with you. You gotta at least know the Martin Luther King's. At least I'm giving you that. That's obvious.
Yeah.
But you know, even the
Give us somebody if you don't know. You're not.
There's so many though
Just one person.
that we don't know.
No. If you don't know this person, your card is revoked.
Oh, yeah, Harriet Tubman.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't know the Underground Railroad, we ain't talking about the company. We talking about
Portia.
Right.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You need to know Harriet Tubman.
Right, if you don't know Harriet Tubman, if you don't know Malcolm X, and just even people that supported them.
Yeah.
Like, we need to know about them. You know what I'm saying? Like Niecy was mentioning earlier, I'd never even heard of the guy she mentioned.
Yeah.
But guess what? I'm educated. I'm going to go do my own research.
Right.
That's another portion. When you don't know something within black history, go do research. Our generation now doesn't like to know our history. They don't care.
No, they don't.
I'll say that. I think it's not that we don't want to. I think that we don't care.
But
as
they don't
much.
care.
Because this history that you're given, it's like, that's what, like, people take information that they're given and they don't research. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with the black history, it's scattered. It's a lot of information. You got to go double check, make sure that's right, because you might miss something. And, you know, obviously for systematic reasons, it's set up that way. Because the more digging you have to do, you might be like, you know what, forget it. I'm done.
Exactly.
I'm over it. You know what I'm saying? So even with getting back to our lineage, you know, of who we are, where we came from, like, you know, it's like where your family was at that time. That might be, but you may not be, that's not your origin. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of us are not that educated, but you should know Harriet Tubman.
Well,
you should know Malcolm X. If you don't know them, you definitely, you don't have a black card.
Your black card is revoked.
Your melanin should be taken.
Would you also consider the actual age groups to be like a millennial. Like a millennial may not know a Harriet Tubman because they just see Jay-Z on the TV. Like,
Yeah.
So what is considered Black history to millennials? Like Black history for us, or even older, we know what we were taught in school.
Yeah.
But like for the newer generation, it is not as widespread. It's not as it's too scattered.
Yeah.
Right. So like for like the millennial generation, like how do we integrate that? Like how do we make them interested in that when what they know is the 2000s? Right. Like
the 99.
I just know Brandy, y'all. Like is she Black history? Because that was last decade. Like
I think it speaks to how broken our people are.
Yeah.
Because when I talk to my friends that are Middle Eastern or Asian, or they know their history.
And they came from their
country.
Yes,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? We've been in America, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? For the most part, African Americans. So of course, it's gonna be like, a gap. It's going to be that.
And I don't know about y'all, but for me, Black history I learned mostly either in school or at church.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So once you're out of school, that's gone, and then you even have to go back and question what you learned at school.
Exactly.
And then if you remove yourself from the church, as far as not going to church, then that's a whole nother. So like you really do have to have that sense of urgency yourself to get back into it and to continue to learn.
Oh, that's a word, because a lot of people will get fed one place and that's it. That's the gospel.
Yeah.
Like whatever their pastor or their teacher says I'm not questioning it.
Right.
You should question everything. It doesn't mean you disagree. It's just like, I just want to make sure. I want to get more information.
Exactly.
Well, I think you mentioned how can we get millennials back on that page of wanting to learn, right? Well, guess what? As a kid, I was forced to. So my point in saying that is, it's the parents' responsibility. The problem is you're having a lot of parents that are 20 having like these kids and they don't, and they parents are bored, young, not teaching them and so on and so on. My parents are, what's it called? I forgot generation.
Baby boomers?
Baby boomers?
Yeah.
And so my parents are a little bit older compared to some of my other, like I have friends that are my age, but their parent is 40. My parents are 50 something. So they like, now you gonna watch Roots? You gonna watch Amistad? Like, you gonna watch Color Purple? Wait a minute, what? Like, I'm scared of these things, but it did still teach history. It taught something that I needed to know. You know what I'm saying?
No, and going off of that, it really is about building a tradition around it. Because, like, I think about Christmas, right? When I was growing up, my mom made us read the story of Jesus Christ every single Christmas before we open presents.
Yes.
So we need to create a tradition around it.
Oh.
And not just rely on a month, not just rely on school or the church to
Not
teach
even your
it.
parents
Yeah,
either,
it's
because
like-
everybody has access to Instagram, everybody has access to Twitter, and that's something you can't turn away from, like just reposting things. Just yourself individually posting something about the man that we learned about today that we didn't know. You know, the queer man that was marching with Martin Luther King. It's up to people, us, our generation, to help send out that information because we have a platform, like we said,
Just send it out, but also curate it as well, because there are a lot of stuff on Instagram and on Twitter. You have to be, you have to double check.
Yeah, for sure.
So, like,
But open the conversation.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But, just for example, like Niecy reposting some of that stuff, I know she's doing her research.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
for
I'm not
sure.
going to question that. But I think we need more areas like that. And I
Yes.
think we need areas like that in the home. I think we need areas like this in the community. We need pages that we can go to. We need specific Twitters that we can share. That
Yes,
So
repost.
now that we are naming ways to make this happen, we need to put it into action.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because everything we're naming here is all good when you saying it, but like let's take action and do it.
Yeah.
Even even us being we're a type of artist. We speak, right? We need to even say someone's like Niecy did today. Say somebody's name that nobody even heard of.
Yeah.
Even some of these rappers. I'm sorry. When you are a celebrity, you have a certain responsibility to your black people.
That's right.
These rappers don't take it serious no more. The same way you can mention Jean-Michel Basquiat in a song, you can mention somebody else's name and make that kid be like, it's a dope song, but I don't know who. Let me go look this up.
Yeah.
I'm
No.
just saying.
And to bounce off of that real quickly, Angela Rye, she talked about this a little bit. It's great to be woke, that's awesome. But how are you acting on that wokeness? You know what I'm saying? You can be woke and be chilling at home.
Oh,
not
the
doing shit.
hoteps. The hoteps can. They're annoying.
But I mean, it's true.
good, though.
We
No.
gotta be woke and we gotta be active.
Yeah. Repost when Revolution Cafe post something. Repost it to your story because you know it's a reliable source.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make that shit cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We repost memes and shit all the time. Make your history important, you know?
Yeah.
Like, we don't always have to post nonsense on Instagram.
Exactly.
Just like the rappers have a responsibility, anybody who has a platform
We have-
to,
yeah.
to
Anybody
share
has
out
to-
information.
Yeah.
If you got 1,000, if you got 100 followers, that's 100 people that watch your or come to your page.
Right, but guess what? You only need one person
Yeah.
to say, just one person to say, you know what? I learned something today.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's one person.
Yeah.
That's
But
facts.
that means you made a difference.
Yeah.
That's
very
facts.
But you have to have the responsibility. You have to actually take on the responsibility to make a difference in somebody. Like, you have to use your voice, your platform,
Yeah.
your influence in the community to be able to put that out there for other people to receive it, and so they can pay it forward as well.
Yeah, right. And just to build that chain effect. Yeah. And plug your Instagram one more time,
one
and
more
I'm
time.
actually going to get it.
I remember it this time. I remember what it is this time.
He remembers, y'all.
It is Too Silly For You, the number 2, SILEE, the number 4, U.
Can you type it in for me?
Yeah, we're gonna make sure you got it for sure.
I appreciate y'all letting me sit down.
No, we
I pro-
appreciate you.
thank you
You
for
know what?
coming
You
by.
family now, so like, for sure.
I promise you, it wasn't because my legs were tired.
He's like, my leg hurt. Let me make up an excuse.
So what y'all doing over here?
And I can see why you forget your Instagram handle.
Well, only because I have switched it up, and then like it's funny because like when I tell people what it is, like say like when someone asks you for that your email address, like what's your email address, and I'm like, it's SILEE for you at gmail.com, and they was like, too silent. I said, girl, you ain't got no personality. It's too silly for you. It's too silly for you.
We definitely appreciate the love, brother. Like for real,
No
we gotta see you around. So, when are you having? Are you having any events or?
Okay, so
coming
listen,
up?
I just had a whole Jesus brainstorm the other night, and
Okay.
so I put it in a Google Doc because I didn't want to lose it from up here. But I'm trying to put together a big tech fair, a big modern age tech fair where we're gonna have a computer drive. We're gonna have like a best selfie contest. I'm gonna have some dealerships come through with the smart cars so people can see what the new technology are. I have a whole shebang of ideas.
Amen.
You let us know.
Okay.
Yes. We gonna come out.
Yes, for sure.
Make it happen.
Because I was actually looking for some people to have like a conversation piece about technology, and then like, and then about like, because a lot of black people don't know about Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like a big thing now.
Bitcoin is a big business. Cryptocurrency.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I want to bring an expert out to kind of to educate the people on what Bitcoin is. Everybody, because it's like it's becoming a modern currency.
Yeah.
No,
Like
for
it's like
sure.
PayPal, your debit card, and then Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And they're like, what's that Bitcoin, y'all?
Right.
Like, is that a penny with 2 heads? Like, no.
I like that. Well, definitely keep us on the up as far as that goes.
Yeah,
like, let
for
us
sure.
know, and we can come out and support for sure.
Yeah, I'll reach out to you. I'll follow y'all. So
Absolutely.
I stay woke, literally at 2
Stay
a.m. I
woke,
stay
stay
woke.
Right. Stay woke. Mental note. Goddamn. Mental note.
Well, I appreciate y'all. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's actually after 2 a.m. It's lit.
How was it? Was everything?
Oh man, it was phenomenal.
Yes.
It was awesome. This is like the best way to start Black History Month.
Absolutely right. I feel so warm and fuzzy. So, you did an amazing job, as usual. Can you hear? Can I turn it just a little bit?
Oh man, it's lit. We got a very extremely special guest right now.
I feel like that made it louder. Can you hear? It might be a little. Okay, maybe turn it down because it's like that music is like what I hear the most. I'm sorry. No, you're good. Okay, I think that's fine. Okay. Oh, he done put on the sweat scarf. Like that's.
Man.
He done put on the sweat scarf. That's when you know it's about to get
He's
real.
killing it.
Like, it's
Killing.
crazy. All right, y'all. So we got Nisi on the mic right now.
Hello.
Hello. Creator of
Founder.
Founder.
Man.
Founder.
Of Revolution Cafe.
Spiritual blessing.
Thank
The
you,
most
thank
beautiful.
you. Thank you. Look.
Queen.
Look. Shower.
No, for sure.
No.
Look, you feel the love. I want you to feel all the love, goddamn.
No.
And so, tell us what inspires an event like this.
Well, we started it out as something called Queer as Fuck. And initially it was just like an open mic poetry show at a bookstore. We started having it at Deep Vellum, and it's grown over the last like 6 or so months to the point that we came here. And we started doing the brunch just because brunch is like a whole queer tradition, and I didn't know of any like QPOC brunches in the city, and I figured we should have one, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. So you're telling us a little bit about the vision that you have for the future as far as like opening up a space and all of that. Can you tell us more about that as well?
Yeah, for sure. So Revolution Cafe and Bookstore is a concept that kind of puts community and also just like the ability to have it like in the same space. So we think of it as like a living room for like the arts, for creators, for writers, all of the above, in a way that builds our community alongside with it, and that as Black and Brown owned, that this money is going back into community projects that don't require you to have a fucking PhD to be able to do. Like, I want to like make sure that the kids can eat after school. I want to do snacks or whatever.
Yeah.
You can come and be like, you know, I have this project, and we're like building in the community from like a grassroots level. I'm really like not a fan of like the nonprofit industrial complex, you know, and just like the general way that we think of giving. I think that giving is most organic when it's like right here. And so this is a sustainability project for Black Women's Defense League, which is an organization I founded in 2008 or so, that deals with like domestic violence, police brutality, a lot of things that were happening to at the time Black women, but since we've expanded to really deal with like the full spectrum of like marginalized people within our community. And so that's the spill, I guess. But
Man,
yeah, we just trying to.
I need to take some lessons from Nisi how to do an interview. Like, I'm over here like, man, she just like everything's spilling out. I like that. It's just like flawless. But I mean, we've been asking. We asked our other guests, but we're asking people right now. What does February mean to you?
February, it's a month. I mean, we ain't make up none of this shit, like, to be totally honest.
Right.
And, you know, I feel like Black History Month is every month because I'm Black, you know, but not only like history, but like the future and like what we're doing. Like, it's always an intricate part of just how I exist in the world, whether I want to or not.
Right.
You know, and so I figure
that I'm pretty happy about it. I think that it's cool to see other people, especially like our people, like acknowledging those aspects of themselves. You know, I think it's really interesting on the heels of like some of the stuff that's been going on.
I think you're doing your part. I think you're doing your part. We were speaking earlier as well. We need to stop talking about what we need to do and actually take action. Right? It's we came up with several things we can do. Okay, now it's time to do it.
Right.
And you are one person that I've seen doing it. You know, and I have to applaud you on that because a lot of millennials talk a lot of mess or just sleep in general, right?
This is a selfless act. You know what I'm saying?
I get stuff out of it. Like, I get to be around, like, black people all day.
But even that, you know what I'm saying? Like, we love niggas, but sometimes we be like, you know what I'm saying? Do I really want to be around my people today? You know what I'm saying? But, like, for you to extend yourself to bring people together, and it's like something that everybody said is needed, you know? It feels good to be in this spot. Like, the beginning when we were speaking, saying words of affirmation, like just that, the sage, when I came in, I could smell it. Like, this is a very welcoming place.
Yeah,
thank you.
And I just want to, it's something about creating a space like this. It really does help nurture curiosity in the sense of, like, I want to go back and, you know, focus on this month, learning more Black history. But sometimes I don't think, sometimes you have to be, for example, having this space, I didn't know I needed a queer people of color space in this realm until I came to this event and I felt my spirit go up, you know what I'm saying? So I think sometimes you have to be told that you need something or you come across that. And so it's just amazing that you're, you know, nurturing a space like this.
Yeah.
It's encouraging. It builds my curiosity.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Man, like, it's not even me. Like, I don't know what it is. I think that if you have a thought or a vision or some type of an idea and the universe is aligned with it, it will happen to you. And you can be conceited and think that you did that shit, but the truth is that the universe will conspire to make the shit that needs to happen. And so I'm just pleased to have people around who are like fucking with the same thing and like want to see that too.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I'll tell you that much.
It's beautiful to have like such intelligent, like, first of all, you're glowing. Like, you know what I'm saying? You just have this glow. Your skin is clear. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I'm not even trying to gas you right now.
Like, it's that vegan diet. That's what it is. That vegan diet. You know?
There ain't no pork on this, but yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, it feels amazing every time. I'm very like, I'm a Scorpio, and
Team Scorpio.
I'm literally all water signs, like Scorpio, then Cancer rising and Pisces ascendant.
Wow.
And so it's crazy to exist in here.
What's your birthday?
It's November 16th.
Oh, okay. It's lit.
Yeah. Like, but I go through a whole lot of emotions, and I'm real demonstrative about every single one of them. Like, there's none of them that I don't feel all the way, you know? Like, some people be like big mad, some people be little mad.
Yeah.
Big mad. You be big mad.
Big mad. Oh, look. But then I be feeling like, everything's going wrong. It's all bad. And then I be here like, oh, I love everything. It's glowing, you know?
I mean, sometimes it takes just being, like, everybody being understanding.
Yeah.
You know, like, even when you mention your different signs, I would love to, like, me, I'm just a nerd, but I'll go home and research it so I can better understand you as an individual. I can know how to talk to you better. I know how, like, the way I talk to Shamel and how I talk to Michelle is different. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's what it is.
It's true.
It's really different because she might not understand what the hell I'm saying, and she, you know what I'm saying? She's like, yeah, I know, and it just go all over the place.
Right.
But, you know, I'm a fire sign, so I can't speak too much on that. I'm still working on my meditations and affirmations. You help with that today.
Me too.
But thank you again for having us here. Anything else y'all wanna
Okay,
add?
so the last episode, we watched a video where the song was called "Let the White Kids Say Nigga." And in the video, it's a black guy. He's got a Confederate flag wrapped around him. So basically that formed the question, who can say nigga?
Is that really a question?
No. I mean, I feel like even some black people can't say it. That's just me.
That to me is real subjective, and I'm also like not willing to revoke it from anybody who has like the lineage of like knowing somebody who knew what the fuck it meant. You know, like people will say I'm making it into a new word. It's kind of like queer. People used to think that or dyke. You know, like dyke used to be like a whole like, and some people still feel cringy about it. You know, but it's the same way I think like with nigga, like people say it for different reasons. The shit that I can't get down with is if at any point it was a slur or something that was said while like somebody was getting killed.
Oh yeah.
You kind of at least gotta have somebody in your family. Some like if you don't walk out the house and you gotta live like a nigga, you don't get regarded as one. How the fuck do you get to say that?
Yeah.
You know, like how do you get to? Because it's not cute to me. So it's funny. I work for this after school program teaching like poetry and art. And like in DISD, and so like some of my schools are primarily like Latinx, and I done had to have some conversations with some of the
like
children.
you do know.
It's just like y'all ain't the other ones. Like it's a whole proximity to whiteness will show you something that is I think that proximity to whiteness, even like being like fairer skinned, all of these different things allow you, not saying that you don't get oppressed, but the levels of oppression are going to be lesser. Like, have you been in a car with some, like, I remember growing up, me and like some of my friends had gotten pulled over. We were like teenagers or whatever. They just happened to be big like football player looking dudes, you know, and I'm sitting over here in the passenger seat, and it's just kind of like knowing that it's going to be better if you talk versus they do. And just that knowledge of like how you're differently oppressed. Not that you're not oppressed, but you're differently oppressed. I feel like the closer to whiteness that people are, there are just certain things that you kind of get. You can't say that you got the same struggle. It's not the same.
No, I agree with that.
It's not the same, and it's okay because we are all different. But you gotta respect like where you come from and do your work in that area. Like don't. We not.
Well, I mean, I agree with you. I will say, for example, the chickie a person that cannot say the N-word in my presence will be that viral chick, that Dominican. I'm Dominican. I'm not black. Y'all ever seen that on Instagram?
I don't know who you talking about, but I do know of.
Man, that's an example of somebody that is black, but I wouldn't be okay with them
that
saying
they don't
the
think
N-word
of themselves as black.
Yeah.
Black people who don't think of themselves.
Yeah.
Because then they're probably trying to say it like with the ER. Like,
nigger. It sound bad when they say it. You're not. You have never been to the cookout.
Yeah.
You don't clap on the two.
I agree. We just gotta stop inviting all the other people.
I mean, do you think Hispanics and are?
Yeah, no. I think that we all have a part to play. You know.
It's just different oppression.
Yeah. There's no doubt about it that Black people in America are the most oppressed group of people in America, regardless, because there are literally more Black immigrants who are deported, like for silly shit, like your child shoplifted or something. You get 3 strikes, it don't matter what. But anyway, I think that it's silly to not recognize how shit is going on. So like, say for instance, let's say I am like Latino. I might be able to get a loan or something better. Or I might be able to like coalesce like a community space easier just because I have access to people who work in construction. I have access to people who do different things. Or, I think that we all have advantages, and it's our job to like put together those advantages to create what we're trying to see.
Yeah.
But it's not up to us, I think, to try to like be identical. There's no power in that. The reason why we're different is like
it's
a power,
it's
a power, and it's like they all been fucking us over. Like all of them, they been fucking all of us over on different levels, but they also create like wedges in between us to stop us from being able to utilize all of our different resources because they know we fucking run everything.
That's true. Yeah.
Like everything combined, like a day without a Mexican is the same as a day without a Black person. Like we all it's just gonna be fucked up. Like and so
that's so true about it.
I want to ask her something real quick. On the Instagram page, you were talking about Obama and your thoughts on him. I just want to know, what were your thoughts on Kamala Harris?
What you mean? You know what my thoughts is, because y'all done been on. But nah, I can't just with it. I mean, how did you go from being a prosecutor to being a viable person to run the United States? If I'm a prison abolitionist, I don't believe that prison should fucking exist.
Yeah.
Not in the capacity that it does for certain. Like, it's literally become another slave industry.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
sure.
no, full stop. Like, it's not even it is.
Yeah.
With private prisons, the way that all of that shit goes, it's all fucked up. And it doesn't solve crime. It doesn't help shit to get better. But also, she was for 3 strikes.
Mm-hmm.
She refused to like move on a certain couple of cases that were really like important within the community. And I'm sorry, I don't have like that right in the front of my mind to be able to label off.
Mm-hmm.
But I just would encourage people to, for one, like question why do we have a president in the first place?
For sure.
Like, what is this entity? And is this something that we need to continue to like revive every couple of years, or should we be figuring out other ways of doing shit that actually works? So that's what I think.
We have the power.
That's what I think. But if you are talking about voting and shit, the basis of somebody being a black woman alone, just like Obama, he deported more people than the U.S. president. He was involved in hella foreign wars, like in Africa, Uganda, all of those different places. He did all of the shit.
Yeah.
He could just play basketball and dance, and so people was like, oh, that's my president. And Michelle Obama,
I ain't gonna lie, I feel for
she
that.
smelled like pink oil lotion, you know, like we was mesmerized.
Yeah, for sure.
And they got in office like right around the time when I was getting out of high school. But yeah, long story short, no, I don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
There's one person who I've seen that I've been remotely interested in. Her name is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah. New York, represent.
And I'm just still like not like about like
fence.
U.S. government. No, like just not it at all. But if we was having a conversation about it, that might be somebody who I was like, you know, she seemed like she was all right. Thank y'all so much for coming out. I feel like so.
Thank you. Thank you.
Happy.
The
sage. I love the sage when we entered. Yeah, absolutely. And heads up, we definitely want to do a deeper dive with you at some point in the studio.
Yeah,
so we're gonna be we're gonna be in contact with you for sure.
Yeah, I'm super down. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
We'll bring the green and, just have a conversation.
You know
what I'm saying?
proper
The
way.
sage and the other one.
Sage, wine, whatever.
Thank you, though.
I love what y'all are doing. I really appreciate y'all for coming out.
Same, man. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank you.
so much for the support always.
You done?
All right, yes. Thank you. All right, y'all. So it is officially after 2 a.m. Remember, subscribe, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, all of that jazz. It's Michelle URL, it's Ami, it's Shamel, and we are done. We'll get that